Monaco was just voted Best European Destination of 2025. Over 1.2 million travelers from 158 countries voted, and this tiny principality beat Amsterdam, Madrid, and Lisbon for the top spot. 42% of those votes came from the United States, 34% from the UK. That means your people, smart, well-traveled viewers with taste, are already looking at Monaco. But here's what most visitors get wrong. They treat Monaco as a day trip from Nice. They show up, take a selfie at the casino, have an overpriced lunch, and leave thinking they've done Monaco. They haven't seen 10% of it. 3 days is the sweet spot. Enough time to go beyond the postcard and actually feel what makes this place different from anywhere else in Europe. And the first secret starts before you even arrive. Hotels in Monaco start at €400 a night. 5-star properties, 800 to 3,000. That alone would blow most budgets before breakfast. But here's what smart travelers do. You stay in Nice. A comfortable hotel in Nice runs 60 to €100 a night. The train from Nice to Monaco takes 24 minutes, costs a few euros each way. And the views along the coast during that ride are genuinely stunning. Cliffs dropping into turquoise water the entire way. You get all of Monaco during the day. You sleep in one of France's best cities at night. 3 nights in Nice versus 3 nights in Monaco saves you anywhere from 1,000 to 8,000 euros. That's not a tip. That's the entire strategy. Now, with your base camp sorted, let's spend those savings wisely. Start on the rock. Monaco-Ville, the old town, is the soul of this country, and almost everything here is free. The Prince's Palace sits on a cliff 200 feet above the sea. You can't go inside the private quarters, obviously. Prince Albert still lives here. The Palace Square alone is worth the climb. The view from up there stretches across Port Hercule, past the yachts, all the way to Italy on a clear day. At exactly 11:55 every morning, the changing of the guard happens. It's been a daily ritual since 1817. White uniforms, precise choreography, the whole thing set against a medieval fortress. Free every single day. Walk through the old town's narrow lanes. Honey-colored stone, bougainvillea climbing every wall. And you'll reach Monaco Cathedral. This is where Grace Kelly married Prince Rainier in 1956. She's buried here too. No entry fee. For lunch, skip the tourist restaurants and head down to the Marché de la Condamine, the local market right below the rock. This is where Monegasques actually eat. Try a barbacoa. It's Monaco's signature snack, a fried pastry stuffed with Swiss chard and ricotta, 2 or 3 euros. Pair it with a socca, a thin chickpea pancake with black pepper. You're eating like a local in the richest country on earth for under 10 euros. After lunch, the Oceanographic Museum is worth the 20 euros. Jacques Cousteau directed it for decades. The building itself is carved into the cliff face, and the rooftop terrace has one of the best views in the Mediterranean. But if you want to keep day one completely free, walk through the Jardin Exotique instead. 7,000 species of cacti and succulents clinging to a mountainside, with views that stretch to Corsica. No charge. Here's your day one total, somewhere between 0 and 30 euros, in the world's most expensive country. Now, before we move to day 2, let me hit you with some numbers that will put everything into perspective. Monaco is 2.02 square kilometers. That's it. The entire country. You could walk from one end to the other in 45 minutes. Inside those 2 square kilometers, the average price of real estate is 52,000 euros per square meter, the most expensive in the world. In the Corridor, the Golden Square, prices hit 100,000 per square meter. Let me make that real for you. With 1 million euros, you can buy 17 square meters in Monaco. That's a room smaller than most walk-in closets back home. The cheapest property on the market? Around 400,000 euros for an 11 square meter staff room. 40% of residents are millionaires. The GDP per capita is $185,000, the highest on the planet. There is zero income tax, zero capital gains tax, zero inheritance tax, and one police officer for every 100 residents, making it arguably the safest place on Earth. You're walking through the richest square mile the world has ever produced, and you paid nothing to be here. If this kind of intelligent, no-nonsense travel content is what you've been looking for, subscribe now. We do this every single week. Day 2 is when Monaco shows you what it's famous for. Start at Casino Square. Even if you never gamble a cent, the Monte Carlo Casino is one of the most iconic buildings in Europe. Designed by Charles Garnier, the same architect who built the Paris Opera House, it's a masterpiece of Belle Époque success. Gold leaf frescoes, chandeliers that weigh more than your car. Here's the budget hack. You can walk through the main atrium for free. The gaming rooms require a ticket, around 17 euros. But the atrium alone gives you the photos and the atmosphere. And yes, even Ferraris get parking tickets in Casino Square. Wealth doesn't protect you from everything. From the casino, walk downhill toward Port Hercule. This is the super yacht marina. Some of these boats cost more than entire neighborhoods in other cities. During the Monaco Yacht Show in September, over 500 million euros of floating real estate sits in this harbor. For lunch, don't eat at the harbor restaurants. Instead, cross to La Condamine and find Café de la Place. It's a locals spot with set lunch menus for 15 to 20 euros. Mediterranean food, honest portions, and you're sitting where actual Monegasques sit, not tourists. In the afternoon, take the public elevator from the harbor up to Larvato. Monaco has a network of free public elevators and escalators built into the hillside. Most tourists don't even know they exist. They're the fastest way to navigate this vertical country. Larvato Beach is public and free, crystal clear water, mountains behind you, and the new Mariterra Eco District visible to the east. An entirely new neighborhood built on land reclaimed from the sea, opened in 2025. For dinner on day 2, this is your one strategic splurge. Le Tip Top in La Condamine serves excellent Monegasque cuisine at prices that won't make you flinch. A full dinner with local wine runs about 35 to 45 euros per person. In Monaco, that qualifies as a bargain. Day 2. Total, somewhere between 50 and 90 euros, depending on whether you enter the casino gaming rooms and how much wine you drink. Not bad for a day in Monte Carlo. Day 3 is when we zoom out, because Monaco isn't just a destination. It's a gateway to the entire French Riviera. Take the bus or train to Eze, a medieval village perched on a cliff between Monaco and Nice. The ride takes about 15 minutes and costs a couple of euros. Eze is where Nietzsche wrote part of Thus Spoke Zarathustra, while walking down from the village to the sea. The trail is still there, and it's free to walk. At the top, the Jardin des offers 360-degree views of the coast, from Cap Ferret all the way to Italy. Entry is about 8 euros. Back in Monaco for the afternoon, take a different approach. Instead of sightseeing, observe. Walk through the Carré d'Or with fresh eyes. Look at the real estate agency windows. Study the prices. A studio apartment, maybe 30 square meters, listed at 2 million euros. Two-bedroom with a harbor view, 8 to 15 million. This isn't just voyeurism. This is intelligence. Understanding why the wealthiest people in the world choose to concentrate here, zero taxes, extreme security, Mediterranean lifestyle, proximity to both Nice airport and the Swiss border, tells you something about how money really works in Europe. And if you're the kind of person who thinks about relocating, investing, or simply understanding how the European luxury market operates, Monaco is where it all becomes visible. Now, Monaco isn't for everyone. There's very little nightlife compared to Nice. The country can feel manicured to the point of sterile, every hedge trimmed, every surface polished. And the portions at high-end restaurants can be offensively small for American appetites. But that's also exactly the point. Monaco doesn't pretend to be casual. It's unapologetically what it is. And experiencing that, even for 3 days, recalibrates your sense of what's possible. What surprised you most about Monaco? The prices? The free stuff? The size? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. Day 3. Total. Between 20 and 40 euros. The train to Ez, the garden entry, a cafe lunch, and your evening back in Monaco. Now let's add it all up. 3 days in Monaco. Hotel in Nice. Roughly 240 to 300 euros for 3 nights. Day 1, 0 to 30 euros. Day 2, 50 to 90. Day 3, 20 to 40. Trains and transport, about 30 euros total. Grand total for one person, 3 days, somewhere between 350 and 500 euros. All in, that's less than a single night at the Hotel de Paris. And you've seen the palace, the casino, the super yachts, the Riviera, and the richest square mile on Earth. That's not budget travel. That's intelligent travel. And that's what Escape to Europe is about. So, the thing you can do in Monaco that billionaires can't buy, it's this. You can experience Monaco for the first time. The billionaires who live here, they stopped seeing it. The harbor is just their parking lot. The casino is just their neighbor. The views they paid 52,000 euros per square meter for. They don't look up anymore. But you walk out onto the palace terrace for the first time, and the Mediterranean stretches out below you like something from a painting. You watch super yachts float past while you eat a €3 pastry. You stand in Casino Square at golden hour and feel for a moment like you stepped into a movie set that forgot to stop existing. That feeling? It's priceless. And it belongs to the visitor, not the resident. Monaco taught me something I didn't expect. Luxury isn't about what you own. It's about what you notice. 3 days. A country smaller than a city park. And more beauty, more wealth, and more stories per square meter than anywhere else in Europe. If you enjoyed this, you need to see what we found on the shores of Lake Como, from George Clooney's legendary villa to secret royal estates that most people have never heard of. That video is right here. I promise, it's one of our best. See you there.